Hey there, it's Mark from Third Shot Sports. It's 4:23 in the morning and everyone's asleep. If you love pickleball, you're gonna want to watch this.
Have you ever been told by a coach that in order for a drop to be good, to be tough to attack, that it's gonna land in the first half of the kitchen, really close to the net? Well, if that was true, that would mean that all of these drops are garbage. Okay, so we just watched a whole bunch of drops that apparently aren't very good, and they were being hit to pros. So what do you think pros do when opponents give them not very good drops? Think they hit them back gently? No, they would smack them. So we should see, when we look at the results of those drops, we should see the pros attacking, hitting hard, right? Think again. So here we see a whole bunch of what should have been bad drops, yet they're not attacked by the pros. Why is that? What's going on here? Well, what's going on is that anyone that gave you advice that the ball should land in the first half of the kitchen to be good, they're giving you bad advice. And I've done that before too.
The whole point of the drop is to put your opponents in a position where they can't hit hard and still keep the ball in play. If you give them anything at or above the top of the net, you're likely to get something hit hard at you, because the players can hit on a straight or downward trajectory. That impact point at or above net level, that's what we need to avoid. We need to worry about making our opponents hit up, not about where or even if our shot lands on the court. Not only can you use the whole kitchen when playing your drop, it's actually bad advice to aim for the first half of it. Landing the ball so tight to the net is nearly impossible to do without hitting a high ball with a steep trajectory. And balls that travel high in the air bounce high off the ground. Your opponents might not be able to reach the ball before it bounces because it's so close to the net, but is likely to get there because of a high and slow ball that even after it bounces, rebounds high enough that it gets hit hard anyway.
I worked really hard to find an example of a pro hitting a drop that lands in the first half of the kitchen. Spent an hour looking through the thousands of clips I've got to see if I could find one, just one, but I couldn't. I even reached out to people on the internet and asked for their help, and it was after a couple of hours and some work from a whole bunch of people, we found this one example, and it's marginal at best.
I couldn't find these clips because this is not where the pros hit their drops. They don't care where the ball lands, so much as what it does to their opponent. If it forces an upward hit, they're good, and if it doesn't, they're in trouble. Where the ball lands is beside the point.
So the next time you have a coach who tells you that good drops land in the first half of the kitchen, show them this video, or at least ask them why that is. The best players almost never hit their balls so they land in the first half of the kitchen. Get them to think about it, and you'll know that's because the argument that the ball has to land in the first half of the kitchen to be unattackable, well, that's just fake news.
Alright, thanks for watching, and thanks to our very good friends at Selkirk Sport. They make the coolest pickleball paddles in the game, and every time they hit a drop, it forces an